What's going on, everybody? It's September 14, 2022. It's episode 10 of the Daily Logs. And today I'm going to go over US 500 and what took place, what happened for me personally, what trades I took, and basically what you can learn from it, what I can learn from it. And yeah, so let's dive into first. I posted this on Twitter if you follow me there. The link will be in the bio. But I posted, I took a loss, and then I was able to get back my loss with a little bit of profit here. So I'll go over that in depth, but I was trying to go long here, and I'll talk about that. I actually set this limit, I believe right before lunch, and I went to the gym and I came back and it was already triggered. So I was already into this by the time I got back and almost my stop loss was hit. So I'll go over basically why that didn't play out and what I could learn from that. And then this trade was beautiful. I was very happy that I was able to switch gears and be able to see the short and able to get basically the low of the day. So let's dive into that. Let me delete this real quick. Going over the daily, yesterday I talked about how today was likely to consolidate, likely to be not very range bound, and that's only due to yesterday with the large range day. So looking at the daily, we haven't moved much. I believe tomorrow we could see this fair value gap. I noted this as well, so we could maybe drive up into there. Let's go to the 4-hour. Like I've been saying, I've been looking for 38.82 to be drawn into. I do believe that this fair value gap here can be drawn into. Today, all we did was just take out the previous day low. So that was a really nice target, and I believe that was the AM session that we went ahead and took out the previous day low. So let's dive into, you're not going to get much from a 4-hour. The 1-hour, looking at the AM session, overnight we drew back up into this fair value gap, expanded lower, and I know ICT was looking for shorts. Didn't end up getting that until maybe the later end of the AM session. I think the 15-minute or 5-minute will give a more clear view here. Looking at the AM session, I know the 5-minute is going to be very nice. To these type of markets, you're really looking at the 5-minute and lower. I really would not suggest trading these type of markets unless you're quite experienced, because they can throw you in a tailspin for sure if you're not extremely confident what to look for. So in the AM session, we just the 7:30, I believe, my time, there was news release. We just chopped around in here, and then we were able to finally sell off. There was nothing for me personally in the morning to sell off. I know ICT went short. I think on the 1-minute, there is a potential model formed, but to me, it just really wasn't high probability. We ran the buy stops here. I would have liked, if I was to go short, take out those highs first, but we went ahead and displaced lower. There's a small fair value gap in here. We just kind of bounced around inside of it. Again, that's not the cleanest delivery of price for me personally, so I wouldn't want to go short there. We expanded lower. There's one little more fair value gap here, and then we just displaced underneath that previous day low, which is a draw on liquidity. And as soon as we did that, we expanded higher. I was actually looking at, and this is something I thought about today, I might buy TradingView Pro to look at even smaller time frames, the second chart, because I will show you on the 1-minute where I wanted to get in originally in the AM session to go long. This right here is a pretty nice trade because all of this is just a market maker buy model on a 1-minute. And you can see how beautifully symmetric each side basically mirrors each other. And we dug into this fair value gap here, and we expanded higher into the buy side liquidity resting here, equal highs, and then the high from midnight, after midnight, I'm sorry. So going into the reasoning why my loss happened, and that's okay, I just read the market wrong. I was looking at this fair value gap, and I believe before lunch we didn't really start building up those lows. I wish I was back from working out before I got triggered in because I might have pulled out of this, to be honest with you. I saw these relative equal lows. I believe I set my limit, and again, this is just my mistake. I'm learning from it. We took out these highs here. So that was both buy side liquidity was purged. We broke down. There's a bearish fair value gap here that we went ahead and used. There's also a bearish fair value or order block as well. If you look here, you can use the body. So we just use that to send price lower. And I believe I was entering in here. I was looking at this order block. The reasoning too, I was just being a little stubborn, but I saw the order block, I saw the fair value gap, I saw price was digging into a discount, but that is also the equilibrium of the range. So that really wasn't too beautiful of a trade setup by me. I saw a 1 hour SMT bullish as well. That's the reason why I kind of had a little bit of confidence in the long, but I ended up getting stopped out for somewhere around 10 points. As soon as that happened, I didn't get mad. I didn't get frustrated. I was just cleared the board and looked at price again and said, okay, where is price really drawing towards? And I think we closed here. I saw this 15-minute bearish fair value gap. There was the 30-minute fair value gap here. If you look at the 5-minute, there was this fair value gap here. So all of it, I like nested PD arrays. So what that means is a 30-minute, a 15-minute, a 5-minute, and so forth is all in the general same area that you're just refining on lower time frames, right? So we went ahead and used that and went lower. I sold off here and I was taking partials because I knew how choppy price was. I was looking to take out the low here, because I think we are likely to just draw lower overall. I was looking at NASDAQ as well. If you trade that, it had some really nice equal lows resting there. So I was pretty confident we're going to roll over and take that sell side out. If you go down to a 1 minute, the 1 minute has beautiful price action as well. We have this fair value gap here. And another thing to mention, if you take swing high to swing low here on a 1 minute, we're above equilibrium. So that is in a premium. It's perfect for us to take a trade short. We went ahead and took out any buy stops here. So anybody trailing their stop loss or looking to go long was taken out here. Price displaced lower. Now this is where ICT got into his trade. He went off of this fair value gap here. Extend that out in time. That's a reclaimed fair value gap. And their sell side resting here. Let me make this red. So that's my reasoning behind the partials there, is there's sell side here and sell side here. So I was just looking to take as many partials as possible in this type of market. So that's 15 points there. And I eventually took out here, which was 20 points. And I was only risking right above this high here, which is 7 points. And again, this fair value gap is a 5-minute fair value gap, right? 15 and 30. So all of that aligned for me to go short. I honestly really wanted to go long, but I tamed myself because after we took out this low here, it's kind of just a purge and revert day, which means as soon as you're attacking any sell side or buy side liquidity, it just reverses the other way. So you can see here, smart money bought underneath this low, sold above this high, bought below this low, and then they're going to go ahead and target the buy side resting above here, probably within overnight is my guess. The reasoning too, I was trying to go long is because I think we were just such deep in a discount. This thing could pop up a little higher. So before we go lower, that's overall what I was looking for, at least on the long side. But I'm very happy with my performance. I'm happy that I was able to stay calm after a loss and look at the market and say, okay, where is it actually really going towards? And I was able to take a trade here. Another thing to mention, I dropped my risk from my regular 1% to half a risk when I went into this trade. And that's something that money management has really helped me keep my account, my equity curve very smooth, because when you are constantly using the same risk, or when you take a loss, you go double the risk, all you're doing is just slowing your progression down. There's a ICT video on YouTube called Money Management, and it really changed my perspective on how to grow your account and be a consistently profitable trader. So go ahead and definitely take that. I'll put a link in the bio, but definitely take a look at that video of ICT, because he can explain a lot better. But the whole theory is starting your risk with a certain amount, 1%, 2%. And let's say you go on a 3-win streak, and then you take a loss, you drop your leverage down to 0.5%, and you keep that until your loss is made back, and then you're able to go back to your regular leverage overall. Last thing here, let me just do a forecast for tomorrow. Let me jump out to a 4-hour. I would like to see this fair value gap get traded into. Depending on price, like I said, it's a little hard to read at the moment. I would like us to draw into this fair value gap. The daily, we have this fair value gap from here, from this high to this low here. We have this redelivery rebalance that we could come into. So there's a lot of different possibilities. I don't know how high of a premium we're willing to get into. I would rather, like I said, have this stay open. If anything, draw up into here and then just go lower for the rest of the week. We have Thursday and Friday. It's a possibility we can go ahead and take out the sell side resting at 38.82 by the end of the week. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys. Good luck and good trading tomorrow.